So today I'm going to be reviewing L'Homme Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. It's the perfect time of year to be talking about this one with the warm weather that we're currently having. I do find this to be, of course, a warmer weather suitable type of fragrance, and while I missed out initially reviewing this one when it first came out last year in 2020, I figured now would be a good time, better than ever, to go ahead and just give you my full rundown on this one, because I've never really talked about it on the channel too much, and I would say for the most part this fragrance kind of got swept under the rug pretty quickly after it came out. So of course I'm going to be reviewing this one today. I'm going to tell you how it smells, how it performs, when you can wear it, and ultimately if I think this one is worth picking up and checking out. And I will also link it down below to discounters, so if you do want to check it out, you can do so and save quite a bit of money off of retail, or maybe not quite a bit of money off of it, but you know, if you can save a good 20 bucks or more, it's a pretty good deal. So I guess we should start with how this fragrance smells. Now, when you first spray this one on, immediately you'll notice that there are some similarities to a few other popular scents out there. One of which, of course, obviously being the original L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent, where this line all started. For me, the original L'Homme is all about this ginger, spiced kind of apple type of smell, and you get a very similar thing going on when you first spray this one. This one has ozonic notes, cardamom, lemon up top. In the mid, it has geranium, violet leaf, and basil. And in the base, it has amberwood, cedarwood, and vetiver. So substituting the ginger in the original, we have cardamom in here, giving it that spiciness, along with a bit of a nice fresh lemon. And there's a few other things that go on. First of all, the ozonic notes just give it a light, bright, and airy type of texture. Second of all, you'll notice that there is a bit of a slightly green geranium in here, and also some violet leaf, which gives off kind of a watery feel. And then in the base of all of that, you have a relatively prominent amberwood note, which is basically like an ambroxan, and that is a note which is used a lot in men's fragrances nowadays. And this leads me to the other fragrance that this one gets compared to, or really a few other fragrances, and that is really kind of the Yves Saint Laurent Y line. So the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum. You know, this takes that amberwood characteristic from those fragrances, it takes the ozonic note characteristics from those fragrances, kind of puts it in here, and it kind of gives you just a bit more of a slightly sweet, slightly bubblegummy, kind of playful and youthful type of scent, along with still having the original characteristics, you know, that gentleman type of smell of the original L'Homme. So it kind of bridges the gap between the two. I would not say that the original L'Homme is dated by any means, but you will find that it's not going to have the same appeal to younger guys out there like Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum. Working into the dry down, you get a little bit of woods, just a little bit of the cedarwood, a little bit of the vetiver, but those aren't really the main players. It's still all about the amberwood. It's all about that kind of watery, ozonic notes, light, bright feeling. What I love so much about this fragrance and why I'm drawn to it is that it does have just an effervescent, bright, uplifting type of character. This is one that just kind of puts you in the summer mood. And that's something that you don't really get from the original L'Homme. So that's another thing where it kind of takes that original L'Homme DNA and just makes it a bit more summer oriented. And I really like that twist, believe it or not. I think it's a really well done flanker, even though it may pick up on some hate in the community. Let's go ahead and talk about performance from this one. Longevity on my skin is right around 7 hours or so, just kind of on average, 7-hour mark. I find that projection is a little bit on the softer side also. With some heat, if you're wearing it out in the warm spring and summer weather, it'll project more, but in a climate-controlled, air-conditioned environment, it's going to be on the softer side. So you'll have to account for that softer projection with more sprays if that's something you're after. But that soft projection can be a plus for some of you out there if you want something to wear to work or to school and you don't want it to be too loud or obnoxious. So while this one is not a performance monster like Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum, it still does the job pretty good, and it's kind of more in line with similar performance to the original L'Homme, which is more of a gentleman's scent, and it's just a bit more refined and laid back. But I don't get terrible performance out of this one by any means. It does the job okay. Nothing really to write home about. In terms of when you can wear this one, it's going to be very, very versatile. I mean, you can wear this stuff for literally any situation. It's going to be more so casual, but if you wanted to wear it dressed up, if you wanted to wear it on a date, it's going to work fine for that because it has that just fresh, clean DNA, which can be used for anything. Having a fragrance collection like mine allows me to be a bit more picky, and I can choose something that may be better for upscale dressed events, and I would maybe save this one more for casual. But if you do have a smaller collection and you're just working with, a handful of scents, which is totally normal, that's what most people do, this one will work for anything. Even though it is going to be fresher and more spring and summer oriented, it would work good in the fall and winter. Performance would hold you back, but if you account for that with more sprays, it'll still have the versatility to get you through it. But I do think there will be some better options out there, but this one, it is still a possibility. Now, one of the main selling points of this one is going to be the mass appeal and the compliment factor. This type of scent is very good at what it does, and that is just smelling good to the people around you. You don't have to worry about smelling off-putting or, offending anyone when you wear something like L'Homme Le Parfum. It's so likable, it's so clean and fresh and fun and kind of playful that most people who smell this on you are going to at least like it and tolerate it. If not, some will really love it. This is the type of fragrance that it can pull you some really good over-the-top compliments, of course, all depending on how you carry yourself, that sort of thing, which I just did a video on a couple days ago. So yeah, one of the big selling points here with this one, just the mass appeal overall, is very good. It's very high. It's more mass appealing than the original L'Homme because it has that bubblegum kind of amberwood in here, making it a bit more playful and just a bit more modern smelling, and that's going to help tremendously. Really, it just takes the characteristics from Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum, that really good mass appealing smell, kind of looping it in here with the original L'Homme DNA. So it just bridges the gap and makes something that still has some gentleman tendencies, but with a more modern touch as well. I find quality on this one to be really, really good. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any L'Homme or La Nuit de L'Homme flankers that have been poor quality. I found that all of them have been very good, very smooth, and very natural. I'm not saying that they're niche quality, but they do smell higher end. And at the price of these on discounters, I think they are worth it when you're talking about quality and taking that into consideration. And now that we are running down to the end of the video, this is the part where I tell you, do I think this one is worth checking out? In my personal opinion, I would say if you can get it at a discounted price, and if you're into this type of fragrance, it would 100% worth be trying out. Again, not everyone wants to blind buy, so if there's a way you can sample it, that's always the way to go. Or if you're confident in your nose and you like stuff like Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum, you like the original L'Homme, and you can kind of picture in your mind what this one would smell like if you bridge the gap. If you can do that and it all checks out, this one here would be worth you checking out as well. And you can blind buy it that way if you're really confident in that. And I would say most of you who do end up picking this one up on a blind buy will be very happy with it. That's how I bought this one. I ended up getting it finally to complete my collection to do a buying guide video where I kind of went through all of these. And I'm glad I did. It's really grown on me even more, and it's one that I found myself just reaching for lately. I like wearing it in the spring. I'm excited to wear it in the summertime. It's just pleasant. It's hard to turn down. It's hard to beat. And fragrances like this, while there are a lot of them out there, they work really well. There may be certain things about Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum or some of these other amberwood style fragrances that you don't like, and that gives you a chance to try different ones like this one here. Maybe there will be something different about this one that you'll end up getting along with. There's so many to choose from, so you can really take your time and try them out and pick your absolute favorite. And I think I could see a lot of people here choosing this one as their favorite just because of the different variances that it offers. Hey guys, that's going to do it for me. That was my full review on L'Homme Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. Let me know what you think of this one down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And what do you think it compares to? And also, if you want to grab one for yourself, I will link it down below to discounters along with some of the other fragrances in this line. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.